Welcome to the world of ability. We are here every Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, 1:30-ish on Saturdays, and that's Central Time Zone. So we are here every weekend celebrating the world of ability. So we are, well, first of all, my name is Sue Roskoff. Kurt Roskoff is in the background. We've got several friends joining us here today. I'm just going to take you on a little looking back. How and why are we here? How did we get here? What's going on? This goes back a ways. When you think back to the Americans with Disabilities Act, we actually were able to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the ADA back in 2015, because the Americans with Disability Act began was passed into law in 1990. That one I can remember because, I graduated from high school then. Feels like forever ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. To have laws in place, finally, to try to level the playing field for everybody is kind of crazy in my mind. So we had lots of celebrations going on across the nation, celebrating the fact that the Americans with Disabilities Act is there, and just to highlight all the things going on and what that really means for all of us. With that, Kurt got involved, as he does, right? He actually created Ability Fest. It was an event at one of the local parks here in the Milwaukee area where they had vendors in there. They had lots of information. They had music. They had food. They had, you name it, it was there. There was even wheelchair sports out in the parking lot. They had all sorts of activities going on, and it was a tremendous event. It was a celebration. It was all the things that should be, to be so thankful and celebrate this what at that time was a momentous occasion. And all sorts of things spurred from that. While we were there, we met Marty Hagedorn. Special shout out to Marty, because he is the one who said, "Hey, Kurt, what you're doing would be really cool if you had it on the radio. You're doing all these things in the ability related world here. You should be on the radio." River West Radio is a local station here just a little bit north of Milwaukee. And Marty had a show himself there called Youth Rising Up. That's where he said, you need to come in and do this too. You need to have some kind of a show about ability something. Figure it out. What do you want to do? So it turned into Ability MKE Now. MKE is the airport code for Milwaukee. So Ability MKE Now was born shortly after that big celebration Ability Fest event. From there, let's move things forward a little ways. That was what, 8 years ago, coming up on 9 years ago now. That radio show is still happening every Wednesday night. We are on River West Radio, which is easy to find, riverwestradio.com, spelled exactly the way it sounds, riverwestradio.com. We are on there at 7:30 p.m. Central for a 29-minute show every Wednesday night. So back to Marty. While we were there, all things kind of connected together. It used to be that we would go I say we, Kurt and a whole crew of people would go in person to the station and do the show from the station. Now, through the wonders of technology, we actually get to do it from home on Zoom, and the radio station's able to pick up all the sound and all the things electronically that way. So we aren't there in person in the radio station. However, when that was all happening, Kurt ended up meeting a wonderful gentleman by the name of Marcus Hart. Marcus has Transform You. He is a veteran. He is a father. He is an inspirational guy. He really is all about transforming you into the person that you can be, that you want to be. What do you need to transform into? This is not a word that he uses, but like for me, it would be Sue 2.0. How am I going to transform into the best version of myself? Marcus Hart and Kurt ended up connecting a lot and turned Transform You into Transform You Media Network. And for a very long time has been in a position of creating content and sharing out content, all podcasting, radio shows. He is amazing at what he does. And he has been a great partner over the years. And he actually recently has transformed yet again. And his Transform You is really focused on military veterans and helping them transform their lives. So he's a great, wonderful person. And with all the things we did with these gentlemen and with River West Radio, that actually inspired Kurt to move forward. And that is where World of Ability was formed. All these things that we did over the years, there's more pieces there. I'm condensing this down a bit and just sharing some highlights, but that's where we came from. That is how World of Ability happened. And Emily's here. I would have to ask her exactly when it was that this show began. How long has this been going now?
It'll be 4 years at this July. It started July 26th, 2020. So this year will be the 4th year in a few months. Or we'll be at Earth. Yeah.
And I find that amazing that we've been doing this for that long. The number of people we have met, the number of stories that have been told. And, with that, first of all, I got to do a quick shout out. We are grateful to Ralph Dana and his company, Dana Sales. He is a wonderful man that we met through the Happy Neighborhood Project. He is being very generous to us. We had some changes with Zoom and the platform that we had been using. And as we're in transition to what our new platform is going to be, that he is allowing us to use his Zoom account for doing this production here today. So Dana Sales, he is with Market America, and with through his unfranchised business, he has the Zoom account that he has very generously allowed us to hop on and utilize it for producing World of Ability. We did not want any hiccups along the way and miss any shows. So Ralph, thank you so much for helping us and filling this gap in what's all been happening in the background. So with that, Ralph, we love you. We thank you, and I'm hopeful that maybe later in the show he'll be able to pop on here, but I'm not sure if his timing is going to allow. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I, first of all, want to say thank you to our amazing guests that are joining us here today. We have some amazing friends in the room. And the first one, I'm going to go ahead and bring in, well, you know what? Emily, would you like to do introductions?
Yeah, I can introduce people, anybody. So our first person has been on the show before. Well, actually, both guests have been on the show before. And both have been through the Happy Neighborhood Project. But our first one, we are going to head to Iowa, where we have a DJ podcaster, among other things. I was planning a podcast conference as well. And he's a internet radio person, which I think he's going to be, I believe, going to be starting a show in like 20 minutes here. So, and doing it on air here while he's on with us. But over to you, Earl, and you'd like to introduce yourself, say any more about who you are, what you do, anything else you'd like to say?
Yep. Well, like she said, my name is Earl Williams. I'm in Waterloo, Iowa. I am the based on the owner of Night Wolf Event DJ Services here in Waterloo. I'm also a internet radio host and podcaster, along with being a podcast creation coach and consultant, where I am working with individuals and business owners to help them create their own podcast and or short videos. So I can help them to give them their professional image and to bring in new clients. And that's pretty much everything about me. I do a internet radio set here starting in about 10 minutes. That I'll be while I'm on the air over there at Crucial Sounds. I'm also going to be here with you folks and sharing everything what we got going on here while I'm broadcasting on the air. So yeah, it's a lot of fun being able to do that, being able to share with others what I'm doing here on the live broadcast as well.
Excellent. Well, so glad you're joining us, Earl. It is fun to get to hear kind of, we get to see the background of what is it like to be on the radio. And it's so much fun. We appreciate you kind of doing this double dipping, as I like to call it. It actually, I'm enjoying it a ton. So hoping it's as much fun for you as it is for us.
Yep, it actually is. Uh, I'm from what the owner, the powers that be at Crucial have been telling me that basically there's a lot of listeners who tune in while I'm on the air, and uh, not a lot of their other DJs conduct themselves in a professional manner like what I do, so they appreciate that.
That's big. That's awesome. So, well, tell us a
Yep.
little more about where you are headed. Do you want to share some things that are coming down the road with you
Yep.
concerning radio, or is it too early?
Yeah. Well, basically, I made the executive decision the other day to start up my own radio show, um, and which is going to be called Rockin' Vibes Radio. It's going to be a multi-genre music and talk radio show where I'm going to be also broadcasting my podcast. And I'm doing things. My whole thing over these past 20 some years is that I want to be doing things differently than anybody else. And this is just another way of me being able to do something different than any other internet radio station out there. So that's one thing I've got going. Yeah, I'm going to be, I'm in the planning processes of the podcasters conference as well here in Iowa, plus also a bridal fair too. Because I have formed a partnership with a brand new event venue down in my hometown. And so I'm talking with those folks to hold a bridal fair at their facility. And so we can go in on a partnership with it. So that's all coming about. I'll have more details on that once I go down to meet with them this week. So, and then, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Excellent. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick your brain just briefly because I know you've done a lot with podcasting and all. Do you have a favorite platform that you use? Because we've been using Zoom a lot and we're looking to see what if there's other options that would be more suitable for what we're all doing, just because I haven't looked much lately and I'm actually taking a moment to take a look around. So I'm kind of curious if you have any opinions on platforms you've used.
Oh yeah, the primary one that I'm using the most right now is called StreamYard, and it acts similar to Zoom, and you get the ability to add in your own music, your own videos, your own overlay covers, your own backgrounds, uh, and you can have up to 10 guests with you at a time. So, I mean, it's very easy to use. It's really cost effective, really, and it's good quality.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm glad I asked. That's amazing. I'm familiar with it on. I actually have a free account with them right now. We do the shakedown every day. So 12 o'clock noon, we do 15 minutes of music in motion. And actually, StreamYard is what I've been using to put that out on the Facebook group for the shakedown. So I'm familiar with it, but that's the only thing I've used it for. So that's good to hear.
Well, I think you would get a lot out of it, especially for what we're doing here for World of Ability. I do believe that it would work very well for what we're doing here, and yeah, I think you'll definitely see the difference.
Nice. Okay. Well, I appreciate your 2 cents worth because again, you've been doing this way longer than I have. So if that gets the Earl approval mark, I think that's about as good as I can get. So thank you for sharing that. And actually, I know we do have another guest in the background here, and I want to go ahead and bring him in as well so he can join the conversation. Emily, would you like to do introductions again?
So now we moved to California to meet our master conductor, as he's or commonly calling him, And he's a veteran and has, just like a couple of weeks ago, we helped him start his own show called The Mastery of Connections. So Alan, why don't you come in here and say a little more about who you are, what you do, anything you have to say?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Emily. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sue and Earl?
Yes.
Coming in live
I
from
can hear you.
California. Well, first, I want to first of all, you say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm bowing if I say congratulations on the ADA July. I circled this. That's why most of the time I was circling down. I'm gonna circle July 26th. American Disability Up. What a wow! I wrote the story to where it brought to you now. My goodness, thank you so much for doing what you do, Sue and Emily, just in changing. And for you, Mr. Earl, congratulations on you from the bottom of my heart as well. I did radio for a whopping 6 months when I was about 22, didn't know what I was doing, but it shows me when the great listeners and great, I love you doing it your own way. I'm a Leo, I do it that way. So which leads to me what I do. Community is the essence of business. I am the master connector that specializes in doing that. I help build, bridge relationships. I collaborate, connect, and network various different resources. In short, I call myself a human search engine. I love to figure out what to do next. The Mastery of Connections is a beautiful brainchild from the Emily and Kurt world. They're the ones that allow me to yammer and bring my MC homes every Wednesday at 8 a.m. And I'm also going to have an incredible guest this week. He's agreed to go ahead and be on the show. It's going to be, has access to over 500,000 brands that allows an individual to take giving and ability to connect with those brands to market their products and services through this global marketplace. I actually was kind of pushed down in my email for the past 4 years and resurfaced, didn't realize I was part of it. See, I go down rabbit holes. But in short, they'll be there this Wednesday, Saturday, California, we changed time zone. So anyway, Wednesday at 8 a.m. I'm also a part of an amazing community called No Card. It's just an incredible platform that allows me to showcase all my different offers and services, like a new upcoming unscripted reality TV show that combines direct marketing, reality TV, and 16 social media influencers that's going to focus on a market no one really is focused on, direct marketing. So that's going to be coming soon, hint, hint. Lots of going on. Like I said, I'm a veteran, just the 22-hour podcast with Zach Clayton. Still looking for the little bit of support. He has some bids going on, so we need support for that. Always help the veterans in the mental health community. Definitely would like to support that 110%. I shared a story this morning on LinkedIn about an incredible gentleman that is going through some various different challenges, and he's studying to be a lawyer, law, and he's just gone through so much, and he's still fighting it. But I shared the story because despite his ability, he went ahead and passed the bar and probably has a lot more knowledge of those without hindrance. But it's just an inspirational story. So in closing, I just like to say thank you again for Emily and Earl and Sue for allowing me to be part of your happy Saturday. Got these new $20 headsets instead of the wonderful $99 headsets I've been playing with. So working on the background, just having fun in life in general. And I'm glad spring is here. I guess the little groundhog out here in California saw it, his shadow. So I'm happy that. And then the final little thing, if you don't mind just adding that in, I saw another article this morning, really funny. They said the migration of people coming out of California, but the number one city that was migrating into California was actually New Jersey. I said, oh, a lot of that. So I guess I have New Jerseyans to say, welcome to California. Thank you for being here. So if you hear me bring up New Jersey somewhere every once in a while, it's because of that article in the Post. So I'm going to stop yammering and hand him back to the legendary, the incomparable, Sue Roscoff. for allowing me to be a part of the show. You and Emily and Errol, thank you.
Awesome. So glad you're here, Alan. Who would have thought New Jersey would be the biggest source of folks coming into California right now? Interesting. Got me all curious now. I wonder why that is. It's pretty awesome. That's a long distance transition there.
Yeah,
Crazy
well,
good.
both sides of the country. Yeah, both sides of the country. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
So, well, and I think Earl's gonna be. Oh, yep. Handing it to Earl.
We're getting ready to go live. All right, here we go. Welcome to the home of Nightwolf Event DJ LLC, Iowa's complete wedding day service provider. There's much more to Nightwolf than just being a wedding DJ. I am also a fully ordained minister, the event planner, day-of coordinator, lighting specialist, content creator, and much more. Everyone is like a member of my family. I can and will make your day a complete success, as I am with you from start to finish. Let's set a day and time for a video conference together and make your event what you want it to be. Nightwolf is your first call for wedding, special events. Look us up at nightwolfeventdj.com, then call 319-400-7583 today. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, wherever you might be. DJ Wolfgang coming to you live once again. And I've got a lot of good music in store for you this afternoon. If you got something special that you want to hear, come on into the chat room. crucialsoundsradio.uk. And I'll get those on the air there for you. And I'm also live on the World of Ability live podcast with Sue Roskoff, Kurt Roskoff, Emily, and a lot more. So I'll be doing a live session with them as usual, as being live on the air with you folks. So let's get after it. I've got you started with George Burge, Alan Jackson, Chris Stapleton, Chris Young, some Derek Lurch, all coming to you next right here on Crucial Sound. It's time to grab on and hang on, as I can say. Okie dokie.
Awesome.
Yeah, see that we have another friend who joined us in the last minute or so here from right above Alan in Washington State, Leon McLaughlin from the Clean Water Foundation. So, hi Leon, I come in here and say a little bit about clean water, any updates, anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, how's it going, Emily? Thank you for having me on your show. Things are going really, really well. Getting ready for this cover, this magazine cover that we're going to be on, and the article that they're writing about us. It's called Gold Coast Magazine, and we'll be on the cover of their May edition magazine, and I'll send everybody a copy of it electronically. It's going to be nice talking about what we're doing. We're now in over 40 different countries. World Water Day will be a part of that on what we're doing with the United Nations. That's March 22nd. And I'll actually be in Hawaii March 22nd on World Water Day, working on that fundraiser that myself and Mariana Waikiki is working on. So yeah, if anyone want to help us out, you can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. We're trying to put a fundraiser on that will bring water to a deaf and blind school in Hawaii and children around the world. So things are going really well on that. And like I said, World Water Day is March 22nd. So everyone could participate in that if they would like. So things are going really well. And the cover of the Gold Coast magazine is going to be totally awesome. And like I said, I'll send everyone a copy of that. One of our donors actually be in Sedona, Arizona, a donor that actually donated funds for us to purchase 167 water units for the Hopi and Navajo reservation for the children to have clean water. Because as you know, they have arsenic and uranium in their water, which is horrible. So we've made these custom-made systems to install in their homes and in the schools that cost $150, and 50 people could have drinking water, because we designed these units with the manufacturers. And those units normally would cost like 600, but we get them for 150 because the manufacturers has got involved, and we mentioned everybody because, as you know, working together works. So it's nice that we put a team together to bring those water units to the Hopi and Navajo. And we'll be talking about that in the article of Gold Coast Magazine. The CEO of Gold Coast Magazine is Don Hunter. And it's nice that she's gonna do this article on us, and we'll be on the cover May. And then, like I said, I'll be in Hawaii, Waikiki in March, Oahu, and during World Water Week. So things are going really, really well. And for the one of our donors to be doing this Vortex deal in Sedona, and that's the donor that helped us bring these 167 water units to the Hopi and Navajo. And he also funded a water project that we've done in Peru for children to have clean water. So things are going great. And like I said, if anybody want to join us, www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. And we just heard from the private equity investors that we're talking to, and they're going to get the ball rolling on funding us probably sometime in late March, early April. And with those funds, we're going to be with Mariana Waikiki on her acts of kindness and the things that she's doing to fund her project along with our water projects. So just when we thought it was great, it got even greater. And you guys has been a big help to us to be able to get the word out to all the listeners. So thank you very much. Couldn't be better.
Oh, I love it. You guys, go ahead.
Yeah, I was also going to say thank you for doing what you're doing, because I'm also Native American, and I do support all my brothers and sisters on the reservations. So I appreciate what your organization is doing.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're excited, and we actually have the Native Americans on the Hopi and Navajo. They actually work with us to design these water units. So they're involved in the process on what we're doing, especially since it's affecting them, rather than to say, okay, here's something that we've donated and we wish you luck. They're actually involved. We're involved. So it's been a great journey. And like I said, with Emily and Kurt, you know, Sue, those guys been with us, you know, like day one on this project, and it's just been growing. So how they say it couldn't get any better.
Excellent.
That is music to my ears. I love what you guys are all doing, and all the success you're having is inspiring and making a difference. That's the thing here. That is making such a difference. So, things that I take for granted here in my own house, right? I have drinking water here that's okay, right? I'm lucky to be where I am. That there are people in the world who don't have that luxury. Clean water should not be a luxury. It should be a basic staple, right? So thank you so much, Leon, and for what you're doing, what your organization is doing, all those partnerships you're creating. You are making a difference for so many people. So thank you for what you do.
Hey, well, thank you. And like I said, a world of ability, and what you, Sue, Emily, you know, Sue, you and Emily and Kurt has done is amazing. And like you said, we're creating all these different alliances, and it's perfect that everybody is joining us like they, you know, like how they're joining us. Even the United Nations that's now going to get involved in the World Water Day deal that they have to have us in and do articles on us along with the Gold Coast magazine. So that way the word gets out. You know, when you got everybody spreading the word, it gets out. You get more people involved. Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. And that is so true. You do not want to be the best kept secret. You want to be out there. You want people to know who you are and what you're doing so that people can participate and do their part. Because there's people that want to, they just don't know about you yet. So.
That's exactly right. You hit it. Like you said, you got to put the word out there. Excellent. And you know our old saying, you can't win the prize unless you advertise.
Exactly. You are so right. So we will do all we can here to make sure people know about you and what you're doing. And
all right, this next song is by Iowa native Scott Kirkhart.
Awesome. And I am super excited about you guys being on the cover of a magazine. What? That's so good. Talk about getting the word out.
Yeah, it couldn't be better than that. Gold Coast Magazine, the owner is involved, and we actually did a television show on ABC about 10 years ago, and now she started this magazine. And the good part about the magazine, Gold Coast Magazine, the subscribers are people that have out here in Washington, you know, over $1 million homes, and they subscribe, and she want to keep it ongoing. And that way we could get donations, you know, from the people that, you know, actually got the funds to donate to help us on the cause. So it's a great deal that we're putting together.
Perfect. Such good news. Thank you so much for sharing, Leanne. I always love hearing these updates, and you're constantly moving forward, making progress. It is so good. And Emily, I see we have somebody else joining us here that we need to give. We already gave a big shout out to, but we need to introduce them to the crew here too.
You don't get my reactions. Just having my thumb up. But I think we mentioned it before. He was gracious enough to let us use his Zoom for this show, and he's with Market America, and one of the benefits of Market America is letting us is with the Zoom. So thank you all for letting us use the Zoom and for everything you're doing with being an unfranchised owner with Market America and everything else. So Ralph, I'm gonna come in here and say a little more about who you are, what you do. Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for letting me be here. It's a pleasure to be able to help out. And I'm Ralph Downer with Downer Sales, part of marketamericaShop.com. What I'm looking for is our leadership training school in Miami during March 23rd to 27th is sold out, but I do have tickets available. They are $250. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Our Leadership Academy has speakers that you would pay thousands of dollars to hear, and they're able to train you for whatever business you're in, and you'll be able to utilize it for that business. Once again, I'm Ralph Downer with Downer Sales. Back to you.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you so much for your generosity and letting us hop on your Zoom here so that we can make World of Ability happen today. You're awesome, and we definitely appreciate you more than you know. So one of the things I always like to ask you about, you're probably going to get tired of me asking, but you've got the coolest hat around. Want to tell everybody how you got that?
Sure. I'm part of HNP, and the founder of HNP, Edwin Herbert, put out a challenge to everybody on HNP, and I won the challenge, so I got the hat that a hat like he wears, and hopefully there'll be more challenges to come where other people can get the hat as well.
Awesome. You know, you make everybody jealous who sees that, because you and Edwin are the only two cool cats in the crowd wearing that one. So proud of you for doing that, and congratulations on that. And I'm going to call you out on it every time, because I just think it's the coolest little thing that ever. And everybody else is jealous, even if they're not saying it, you know, they are, because that's just cool. So, um, let's see here. Ooh, and we have another friend joining us here. Lee, do you have a moment? You want to come on in and talk to us here too?
Sure. What are we talking about?
All right. Well,
So
actually,
I'm
Emily,
off
I'm going to
topic.
throw it your way to do a quick intro here, and I'll pass it to you.
So now we moved to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii, but I mean, I'd like to get there someday. But anyway, for the time being, we have Lee here, through H&P, and she's been doing no card with us along with other things. So I want you to come in here and say a little bit more about who you are, what you do. Anything else you like to say?
Oh my. Okay. Do you have all day?
Start
Hello,
somewhere, but
everybody.
yes, we do. We're
You
here.
do. Hi, Earl. Hi, Alan.
Hey,
I
Lee.
saw Ralph earlier today. Mahalo, nui loa, instead of mahalo plenty, for allowing me to share what I do. I just enjoy going out to meet friends and trying to connect the friends that I meet with other businesses, because I'm out meeting business friends and making you become part of my ohana, as we say in Hawaiian, or family, or in Japanese, kazuko. So it's all about being able to give a warm referral and being vetted by somebody so that you know that I'm not giving you some person who's going to go take your money and run. I am giving you a person, or I'm introducing you to a person who is a legitimate business. And that's what I like about No Card, because all the community members there have all been vetted by another business owner. So it is a true blue business to business platform. So that's what thrills me about No Card. I'm also the kiss and no tell woman. I get to go around, well, even, your girlfriends, right? You go and you have lunch with your girlfriends here in Hawaii, we give a little hug and we give a little peck on the cheek. And then somebody leaves lipstick on your cheek. It's like, oh my God, what are you doing leaving lipstick on my cheek? I got to walk around all day. Not with my lip color. Nothing on my hand. I still got it on here because, it's a demo thing, right? I can walk around like this and they'll go, hey, you got lipstick on your hand? And I go, yeah, see, it doesn't come off. I was with this company many, many years ago, and I stepped away from it for a little while, and then I'm finally back, with it again. And so it's been a ball working again, and getting to know my family here, Earl, Ralph, Alan, Emily, Sue, and of course the Super K. I don't like to call him Special K because, when you say special, it means something wrong with him. I don't think so. So I need to I'm calling him Super K.
I
And
like
for those
that.
of you like that, huh? So Kurt likes to have fun with us. So one day, I was talking about my lip color at our H&P event. And then he went on, he kind of did something with the red lipstick in virtual reality. So I said, okay, I'm going to take a picture of that. And I said, I'm going to post it. And he didn't believe me, but it's on No Card, guys. So come join us in No Card and go scroll through my feed and you'll see Mr. Kurt Roskoff.
Love it.
Thank you.
Say Super K goes well with the cape that he wears often too, right?
Yeah. But so does Super K, hey, I'm Super K, do the cape thing. He's so funny. I love, I truly love my my business ohana, because they give me a reason to get up and go help, because I am all about connecting strategies that I have learned from other people and sharing it with you to make your business life, easier, because we're all after the same thing, right? Trying to get new customers every day. And if we have to always go out and get a new customer out in the marketplace. Sometimes it's hard. But if Alan gives me a business referral for my lipstick, that's cool because that person kind of vetted a little bit. So it's a warmer market. Because lead generation is great. But you still have to turn that iceberg cold lead into somebody that knows and trusts you. And that's where, you know, this format and coming to, you know, like these type of events makes it a warmer introduction.
Love
Okay, I'm done. I'm going to seal my lips.
You are good. This is a great group. I mean, honestly, most everybody here, actually, maybe everybody here, we all met through Happy Neighborhood Project. I'm going to go around the room and ask a question. What is something that stands out to you? Whether it's, I'm just going to leave it at that. What is it? Think of something in all the time you've been on HNP. And what, okay, first of all, what is HNP? For those who don't know what that is, Happy Neighborhood Project. We have networking meetings that take place all week long. Currently, there are like 25 meetings a week. They are a 57-minute format. So, you know, walking in within that hour, that will be a respected time frame, right? You're in and out in that hour. And in that time, you will have met, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 50 people in a short amount of time. And you'll have actually had, they do breakout rooms. So you can actually get good interaction with people in that time. You will truly make connections in that hour, right? So with that, we've all met a lot of people. We've all learned a lot from each other. And I'm just curious of something that stands out to you as you're thinking back on all the time you've been doing networking there. What is something that stands out to you that you've experienced or learned or just whatever is coming to mind right now? What is something that when you think about HNP, what comes to your mind that you would like to share with us today? So I think,
wait, let me share more things with you because we were just on another call with somebody and HNP has a new meeting platform.
okay.
They're using Butter, BUTTER.US. And that's supposed to have a lot of bells and whistles to it. Where, you know, sometimes we get caught up in another meeting and we're late, but people have been chatting on the screen and we never used to get the whole chat, but you can now get that. Yeah, but we don't know the cost yet, but I'm sure Edwin might have gotten us a pretty, hopefully a nice deal as a HNP member. So what do I like? I guess since my mic is open, I'll go first.
Go for it.
What do I like about HNP is I'm in Hawaii and I get to go to Canada. I get to get up super early if I wanted to and go to Asia, United Kingdom, Australia, India, meetings to meet different groups of people to share my business. And that's what I appreciate about HNP is the openness of living on a small island, but having the reach all over the globe.
That is amazing, isn't it? Because yeah, I truly at this point have friends across the country and across the globe, people that I never would have otherwise met. So
did you just get invited to Australia yesterday?
I get invited there all the time and I'm gonna go there someday in person. But the fact that I get to actually have friends that live there now, when the day comes that I get to travel there, I have people I can go say hi to, and it's going to be a friendly, and you know, it's not going to be a total like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything here. There's people I know there. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago about, or I should say pre-HNP, would I have been able to say that? No, that would not have been a thing. So yeah, I think it's super cool that we get to be across the world and have friends everywhere. So, well, ooh, is Earl coming up? I'm going to go around the room here. Actually, Earl, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. And I just want to say welcome in to those of you who are joining us, including Lee. Aloha from Iowa. And well, good to see you. Basically, yeah, glad to hear the updates from HNP that we'll have a new platform. As I kind of miss my Wednesday night sessions. So, as always, I am live on the air at Crucial Sounds, and pretty soon by next week, I will have my own station up and running as well, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, I'm just going to have a lot of fun with that. And we're just going to see what else transpires here. Is right now, I'm going to be working on trying to pick up some sponsors, paid advertisers, people who want to invest in what I'm doing here, because it's just going to help increase business for me. It's going to help increase visibility, and can also lead to good things for what we're doing here at World of Ability.
Awesome. Thank you, Earl. So glad you're here. I'm going to hop over to Alan. I want to ask you the question about HNP here. What stands out in your mind? What do you like about it? What have you done? What have you learned?
Wow, wow, wow. What a blur. It has been an amazing ride. I actually don't tell too many people this, but I was actually on Facebook a while back, and somewhere in the summer of 2020, and I saw a post from, you may know him, Edwin. And I learned about his story and how he had a TEDx and how he prevented someone from basically leaving this world, and talked so long that the man forgot what he was doing. He told me that story. That's what really inspired me to be a part of HNP. Fast forward to the amount of connections, collaborations, and beautiful individuals that I met along the way, from the AIs to the master classes to the incredible individuals. Fast forward to Mr. Ralph Dana, who left an incredible, inspiring testimony a while back on my LinkedIn profile, to the incredible Earl out there showing me the power of who he is, and the Earl Foundation, the foundation, Water Foundation, with Leon and Marianne, and of course I'll bring it home with Kurt, who told me about No Carb, and they brought inspiring community like Miss Lee. Aloha, young beautiful lady out there in Hawaii. It is an amazing journey, because speaking of butter, I actually just posted, see, Lee and I, the California Hawaii energy is much flowing. I just reposted on the butter on my LinkedIn saying congratulations to Little Bird. So all this through, I guess what I'm saying, the beautiful Emily and yourself, has all brought me together in the world of ability. It actually emphasizes and energizes me as a master connector. I've always wanted to create the largest network within a series of networks ever assembled. And that's what HNP does. It is bringing us forth to all our energies and visions and passions. My recent website, for example, just a couple of days ago, I created, it has the No Carb right at the top. Just supporting that, launching it in, is buildyourlegacywithalannow.com. I wanted to come up with my own little short domain, so I got that, and there's a little page that talks about who I am and the No Carb and all the family and synergy. Buildyourlegacywithalannow.com. Just in short, thank you, World of Ability, for changing each one of our lives. And I'll leave it with Joe Hawk, one of my associates I met on HNP a while back. He's around the world somewhere. He says, always leave a person better than you found them. So aloha, hello, Viastu for those in Germany, just around the world. Thank you for allowing me a part of your happy family, and stay happy. Happy Saturday.
Please.
Awesome. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate your words. That's beautiful. I'm gonna pop on in here and ask, let's see, who should we go to next? Because I want to keep asking this question. I'm loving all the things I'm hearing here. Ralph, would you like to go next?
Sure. HNP, where else can you go from a 5:30 morning meeting in Asia to a 10 o'clock meeting in Florida with a click of a mouse, and then go to Australia? and then to Hawaii, and then back to Texas, all in one day, and no jet lag, and get to meet incredible people. I do this all the time with HNP. Really missed it for the last 2 weeks. I'm involved with other networking groups, but HNP has a special place in my heart, and glad to see they got the new platform.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ralph. Actually, Emily, I'm going to hop to you next. What's your answer to the question then? Is like, what stands out to you about HNP, what you've learned, anything? Where does it hit you today?
Well, I guess just sort of kind of what everybody else has been saying, kind of all the people that I've met and all the places and everything that I've learned, or like new things I've learned from the new people I've met that I would have met otherwise. And then just kind of Edwin's whole message of happiness and that kind of thing too. But I did see that we had Marianne join us. So Marianne was in Hawaii, but is now in Mexico, an author, app developer, sign language interpreter, among other things. So Marianne, why don't you come in here and say a little more about who you are, what you do, your project?
Well, hola everybody. I'm Marianne de Mexico, from Marianne of Waikiki, the author of the Acts of Kindness series. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy and the Perfect Wave. And classroom teachers can receive copies of my books from donorschoose.org. I want to give a happiness to Happy Neighborhood Projects, where I met everybody. I was a co-host and a sign language interpreter for World of Ability. And I got to network with Michael Del Toro a couple of days ago, because through our journey at HNP, we were gifted a gift certificate to enjoy a timeshare. And that expired, and it was in Mexico, was one of the places. And while I wanted to go down there, because I am in Mexico. So I had a great, 2 hours learning more about his organization with the travel programs. And I have friends that have RVs. They have RV discount rates. They have I don't want to say timeshares, but resorts, all these things. It was amazing to get to know what's going to be happening in 2024, and hope to go visit it. And hopefully he's going to come visit me in San Carlos. Because I am a Parrot Head now, and we have a Parrot Head event. We have Tom Shepard that was picked up in Tucson and brought down here. And we have a house party with the Parrot Heads, and they fundraise for charities, which will be for the Clean Water Foundation down here in San Carlos, either for a school or an orphanage. And we'll bundle my books, and tomorrow is a boat cruise, and I will be the cruise director. So I'm really excited to participate with these charity groups here in San Carlos. So it's been a great week. And Leon is planning on coming to Hawaii, March 20 through the 25th. We're still waiting word from the Equus Hotel, Mike Daly, and the Polo Club to have a fundraiser at their beautiful boutique hotel, featuring my third book called Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony. It happens to be a short book with coloring pages at the end. And it talks about the different Hawaiian islands because the Pell Riders come over and they have a big parade there in Honolulu, and all the different floral leis represent different islands of the Hawaiian chain. So we also have an app game where Pono, you can count the rainbows, you can count the helmets, the mallets, the polo helmets, and really excited that it is officially launched up on Amazon. So we hope to bundle these books and the mini horse puppets. They have a large horse puppet to have them available at their Palialo cafe there. And Leon will be down there and talking with them about making that happen throughout the summer, because he'll be apparently returning in October and December. So what a great way to kick off polo season in Hawaii with a charity fundraiser cause and the Acts of Kindness series books. Everybody wins. And Leon, if you want to share a little bit more about your journey to Hawaii, that's going to be coming up this couple of weeks. And that's actually where we met, at the Equus Hotel. Leon, are you there?
Yes, and like you said, Mariana, and also Sue and everyone, um, the Happy Neighborhood Project is so wonderful to be on that information highway and to go all over the world. It couldn't get any better than that. And like Mariana said, we've hooked up and connected up with the United Nations now, and we're going to be part of World Water Day, which is March 22nd. And I'll be in Hawaii when we're doing World Water Day. And we'll be talking about that along with the acts of kindness and the clean water for the children. And hopefully, we can put some water units in the deaf and blind school that Mariana is connecting us up with. So yeah, everybody's working together. Everything's going great. And to be able to go all over the world with the Happy Neighborhood Project is awesome. And by the way, Mariana, what a cool hat you got on, talking about hats. So
Olay,
yeah,
Olay here. Yes, we got the
ole,
parent, we got
ole.
the parent head groups here. I'm a new member, and we're going to be having they party with a purpose. So yeah, it's going to be great fun, and share who you are, Leanne, and what we're up to doing this year of 2024. And Lay, we need to get him on. We need to get you on the news there. And in the Star Advertiser, because it's World Water Day too as well, and we need to bring you on the morning show there in Honolulu. So we're working on that for you. So, and also Jasper was doing some stuff with the United Knows, some people in Africa in regards to climate change. I sent you guys a little picture of him, of what he's been doing. So we're waiting for that funding from you, Leon, to write the climate change book, and creatively getting more ideas as long we go. So just excited that we got the 3 books of the Acts of Kindness series published with you, Clean Water Foundation, at the back of the books now, Leon, and we'll be getting over those puppets to you at the Equus Hotel.
Yeah, that'll be great. And like I said, I talked to the private equity folks and I was talking about our projects. They're trying to wrap everything up by late March, early April. So things are moving along. So yeah, we're getting ready to do some amazing things together.
Awesome. I love all the collaboration that I hear, all the great connections that have taken place. We even have our master connector here in the house, all that we have done here with this crew. I love it. We actually have been with we're World of Ability, right? World of Ability Podcast Network. There are a lot of shows that have been taking place and that are currently happening. I'm going to have Emily come on in here and tell us if she can run down the list of what's happening, when and where, so people can tune in and participate as they like, and maybe even inspire others if they have an interest in creating something of their own. So Emily, over to you.
Okay, starting out with Sundays or tomorrow. We have Tim Trojan with the Blue Collar Crypto at 4 and 6 o'clock p.m. Central. About like business tips and cryptocurrency thing for blue collar workers. On Mondays, there is the PDH Mission Monday podcast with Brian Gibson and Project Diehard at 6:30 p.m. Central. Tuesdays, the first Tuesday of the month, we have World of Women with Zita and her Zita's Healthy Beginnings, which is all about women, children, midwifery, pregnancy, child, that whole realm. And then every Tuesday at 8 Central or 8 p.m. Central, we have the World of Pets with Debbie Hayes about your pets in the Pet Club 247 and their special mushroom. Well, actually, back to Mondays. Project Diehard is a veteran-owned, veteran-run nonprofit bringing hope to veterans. So it's I just forgot to say that. Then Wednesdays we have Ability MK Now at 7:30 p.m. Central with River Rest Radio. And kind of the overall thing of disability advocacy. And And then that's in the evening. In the morning, Wednesday mornings, we have Alan Holmes, who's on here, and the Mastery of Connections. And about bringing people together, and who knows who, everybody connections. And once a month on Fridays, we have the World of Nutrition with Marilyn Lemaire out of Hawaii, about nutrition and healthy lifestyles and so on. And then we're back to today with for the Ability and the GDC Today Show. And then I think that's all. Hope I didn't miss one, but I believe Lee is actually looking to start a show here in the next week or two here too. So Lee, do you want to say anything about that?
I'm throwing myself to the wolves. So next Friday, we're going to have a practice session. So, hey, I don't know how that'll go, but I'm going to be putting myself out there. I officially start on March 15th at 10 a.m. my time, Hawaii time. I have a great app that I use to convert my time. It's called Time Converter. So join me. It's going to be a live stream. I am hoping, I just sent a text to Edwin to have him as my first guest to help promote International Day of Happiness on March 20th. For those of you that are not going, what are you waiting for? Go get your ticket, because I have a booth there. I think Ralph has a booth there. I don't know anybody else that's got a booth there, but if you do, I think it's going to be a great platform for us to reach out our net even further. So I am very excited to be at the IDH this year. That's March 20th. And it starts at my ungodly hour of 6 a.m. my time. But, I will probably be there in my jammies, so you may not see my face. But anyway, please come join me on the 15th for sure. I will definitely, the whole game of this is to help businesses with different tools.
Well, you are listening to DJ Wolf Den on Crucial Sounds Radio. Again, if you got special requests that you want to hear, come on in the chat room, crucialsoundsradio.uk. I'll get those on the air there for you. Come on in the chat room and just have a friendly chat. Love hearing everybody. Let's get after it. I've still got a lot of good music. I'm going to give you some Hardy, Brandon Davis, Riley Green, Conway Twitty with Loretta Lynn's granddaughter. Well, it's actually the grandkids to Conway and Loretta, and Brothers Osborne, all coming to you next.
Nice segue. My theme is kind of going to be Aloha Friday, because that's a big thing in Hawaii. There's actually a song by I think the person who sings it is Kimo Kahoano. And he is a really big event announcer and stuff. He started in radio way back when. We won't say when. But that's going to be our theme, Aloha Friday. And I am possibly thinking about rebroadcasting that same stream on a Saturday for Hawaii folks, because 10 a.m., most people are busy working here in Hawaii. But please come join me if you want to be a guest, because we are looking to, let people know about different businesses that are looking for effective expenses. Let me know. Email me or reach out on my no card and drop me a one-on-one. Mahalo. Thanks, Emily. Appreciate it. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Kurt, for letting me have this avenue for getting my motor mouth going.
I love it. Actually, Alan, could you just tell us a little bit more about your show as well?
Yes. Well, it's the Mastery of Connections. It's every Wednesday at 8 a.m. It's kind of just a collaboration of various different resources and connections. To tell Dub off of Lee, who knows? We just might, on purpose, mention Lee's incredible event on that show on Wednesday, as the same with Marianne and Ralph and the rest of the HMP family. That's exactly what it is. It's a collaborative of different resources, not about me, about we, and it is hosted by myself, MC Holmes at the time. I switched kind of titles from as a connector, and the support and brilliance of the Emily and Kurt that helped bring that to light. So thank you.
Excellent. And actually, Earl, I know, has his own podcasting that he does. Earl, do you have a moment to share a little bit more about your podcasting background and what you all do there?
Yep, I've got two of them actually. The main one that I'm doing is the Midwest Plainsman, covering pretty much anything and everything here in the Midwest and beyond, actually. Cover a wide variety of topics, whether it be supporting independent musicians and their music to nonprofit organizations, because I do help to support horse rescue organizations nationwide. Because the big topic of discussion right now is getting horses out of the slaughter pipeline, and by preventing horses from being shipped across the border into Mexico and Canada for slaughter. So we're trying very hard to get the pipeline shut down by rescuing as many horses as possible. And believe it or not, it also includes horses coming from Native American reservations that the BLM is doing roundups on constantly. So that's one area of importance that we're covering. I also cover local sports, you name it, I'm going to be covering it, and also broadcasting that on my radio station as well. Then the other one is also a spiritual motivated one called Pagan Artist Spotlight, where I've been working with all of our independent musicians that are folk, Americana, and folk rock musicians all across the country that are also involved in the pagan community. I've been working to help support them over the last 12 to 13 years, and something that I've dedicated my life to, and everybody in the community has said that what I'm doing is an important job. So yeah, it's almost become almost a full-time job in itself.
Oh, awesome. So many things that you have in the midst. Every time we talk, I learn more things that Earl is involved in. That it's like, wow, you're busy, man. I love it. You got a lot of things going on.
That's true. And I've learned that I only do one thing at a time. Because that's the only way I can get things accomplished, is one thing at a time. And especially right now with getting my wedding season lined up for this year, turns out I'm going to be doing a lot more traveling this year than I did previously. So yeah, it's going to get interesting this year.
Awesome. That keeps life interesting and fun. I like that. So,
Yeah.
And actually, I was going to come back to Emily real quick. I think there's two more podcasts that we could mention. So what Suzanne does, and also with Nan and Joe, if you want to just do a quick shout out their way too.
Yeah, I knew I was forgetting somebody.
All good. Teamwork.
So also on Tuesdays, along with the World of Women and the World of Pets, we have the SB Bridge show with Suzanne Plumley, which is about helping I think everybody, but more so women, with later staged diagnosis, like finding out that they're have like Asperger's or autism later in life, and it's kind of helping them with that, among other things. And then I'm not exactly sure what you call the other one, Sue, but I've been working with another author and her illustrator with live streaming about their couple of children's books that they've done, and so it's been fun. So yeah, thank you, Sue. And
Sure. Yeah, because I know their books, they've done a review basically chapter by chapter on a couple of books that they've written. One is Mission Control, and which is about for the most part targeting children and how they can keep their emotions in control. So Mission Control, it's a really interesting book that they put together. And the other one is Tijuana Manana, the Anxious Iguana. So again, targeting kids as their audience, but how to manage anxiety, which is a kind of a big thing, you know, when you think about it. All kids are learning new emotions, and how do you handle your emotions? Because emotions are big, and when you're little, it's a challenge. So this gives them tools of ways that they can do the best they can. So we are coming up on the last few minutes here. I just want to take a spin around the room and give everybody maybe 60 seconds or so to share whatever message you've got on your mind right now. Where are you at after all the things we've heard today, or just anything that you would like to share? So if we want to just take a spin around here. Leon, if you're still there, if you want to go ahead and get us rolling, that would be awesome.
Yes. Like I said, we're going to be doing some amazing things. March 22nd is World Water Day. We're in Hawaii from March 20th to the 27th, putting our program together with Mariana Waikiki. We're going on the cover of Gold Coast Magazine in May, and we have one of our donors in Arizona that delivered over 167 water units to the Hopi and Navajo tribe, and he's going on the reservation along with the gentleman that funded, the same gentleman funded our Peru water project. And with the World of Ability, getting the word out, it couldn't get any better. And if anyone want to join us, they can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org, and we're having a blast. Thank you for having me on the show.
Awesome. Thank you, Leon. And we wish you all the best and all the great things you have coming down the pipe here. So looking forward to hearing more updates as they come. Let's see. Let's go on here we're going to go literally around the room on my screen. So Earl, I'm going to hand it back to you next.
Well, if you want to get involved in your community, the best way of doing it is doing volunteer work. Get involved with your local civic organizations, especially with Lions International. I am a member of Lions International, one of the largest worldwide civic organizations that is known. And Lions International does a lot of great work for each and every one of their communities. Basically, we wind up doing eyeglasses, hearing aids. We've got kids site programs. We've got leader dog programs. So if you want to get involved in your community, volunteer.
Excellent. I completely second that. I totally believe in that as well. Lee, I'm going to pass it to you next.
Know your gift. What is the gift that God put you on this earth to do? But it's okay to go down different streets, because that gift helps you achieve more.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, now my mind's going in all sorts of directions. I love it. Ralph, I'm going to pass it to you next. Yes, thank you, Lee.
Success isn't all about money. It's about the people that you sincerely help with what you do. The money will follow. Just remember, help people with a sincere heart. Once again, Ralph Downer with Downer Says.
Awesome. And Ralph, thanks again for allowing us to use your platform here today so we could do this show. So you're the best, Ralph. Thank you. Alan, over to you.
Wow, you're going to ask me to follow the great Lee and Dana. My goodness. Well, I'll just say thank you for allowing me to be a part of the World of Ability United Nations Summit. What an amazing group of panels you had today. Very few times it leaves me speechless, but having a gift like Lee says, and that's what I'm blessed with, knowing each one of you. I'm be part of HNP and all the families. I mean, we change lives every day. Go out and change one another's and support one another and realize that each vision and gifts is priceless. We are here and now with our abilities to reach out and just never give up and dream. There's an associate of mine that with all these great resources I didn't able to share is a video magazine that this gentleman I've watched birth for almost 2 years that is coming soon, and I'm chomping at the bit. He's going to let me share this with my HNP and world family. So probably next time I come on, I'll have that information. But thank you for allowing me to be part of your, I see that little world with the heart back there and just be part of this community. Thank you so much. And I am going to probably have to borrow a little from Lee to say what's the word to say goodbye or mahalo, and Marianne with the sign language. I want to say goodbye the proper way and out of so thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Alan. Emily, I'm going to pass it over to you. What final words do you have?
Let's just go on to thank everybody, Earl, Lee, Ralph, Ellen, Marianne, Leon for coming on today. We're here every Saturday at the same time, and I encourage everybody to either join us here on Zoom or tune into the YouTube and other social media that we have going. And yeah, that's what I had to say at the moment. So back to you, Sue.
Awesome. What an amazing group we've had here today. My sincere appreciation to each of you. You all are a gift, both to me and to everyone around. The fact that we're able to share all of these wonderful messages through World of Ability is a blessing. So let's do what we can to keep sharing that out, share all the good things. And, you know, there's actually a song that keeps coming to my mind that that is a Matthew West song. If you have not heard it, I would encourage you to go look it up. It's called Go Make a Difference. It is a message that I think everyone here can share in. And you know what? Before I finish that thought, I'm going to go ahead and bring Barbara.
That's like easy to pass. Flowers and champagne.
Barbara, do you want to come in and say hello?
I was thinking to actually like get a gift and put it in a bag and make it all cute, but like I don't really have time for that.
Yeah. Who's telling me about the bonsai? Oh.
I don't know. I like bonsais. I've always wanted one. I've heard they're really hard to keep alive. Apparently, Alexis, my girlfriend's an arborist, when she started dating Griff.
So, welcome, Barbara. Do you want to come on in and say hello? Just on the wrap up here.
Like
go ahead and share with us for a moment.
It's good gift for you. And apparently she's not that great at like
keeping them alive.
Yeah. So she's like, you know, I don't have a green thumb. She's like, I'm not a good.
Well, I think I'm so glad to have Barbara joining us here today. I think there's with the background there, I'm going to go ahead and just finish my thought here with that Matthew West song of making a difference. It is something that we all can do. And why did God put us in the place where we are?
Starting out with number 2 with your Wolfman right here on Crucial Sounds, and getting ready to sign off with World of Ability. And it's always a pleasure to get to spend time with those folks while I'm on the radio. And yeah, definitely check them out. World of Ability podcast. You can find them on Facebook. All right. Come up next, I've got Toby Keith, Garth Brooks, Tim Hicks, and Greg White Jr. all coming to you next, right here on Crucial Sounds.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Earl. I love it. So as I was saying with that message in that song, it speaks loudly to me because all of us complain at different times in our lives about, I wish things could be different. I wish there was this, that, why we were put here kind of goes back to what Lee was saying. We are here for a reason. You are in the place you are for a reason. There is some reason why you're doing what you're doing. And it's not for us to sit back and say it's somebody else's job to do it. It's been put in front of us all for a reason. God's saying, hey, you're here to make a difference. Go do it. Go figure out what that difference is. If there's something that you are seeing that needs to happen, go do it. Go make that difference. You're here. Open your mouth and do something. So I'm so glad that you guys are all here opening your mouths and doing something with us here on World of Ability, and because it truly does make a difference. Thank you kindly for all you do. We will be back here again next week, same time, same place, and we look forward to it, and you're all welcome to join us here again then. So until then, we thank you. Go out and play.
Pleasant journeys, everyone.
Mahalo
happy.
plenty, Nui. Mahalo nui.